Hey, the Ranger is back. We're here at the Detroit Auto Show. We're going to check it out. Stay with us. You want to learn more about the Ford Ranger. Hey, it's Tim Estrell, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. I have the 2019 Ford Ranger. We're going to do a walk around. I'm going to tell you what you need to know about it. We're going to be with my friend here from Ford, and we're going to do the walk around. We're going to talk about some questions, and we're going to do a conclusion about what you need to know about this 2019 Ford Ranger. So I'm with
Chad Callender. I'm the marketing manager for the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger.
And if you haven't noticed, Chad's tall. This is as far as my arm would reach.
I might need to hold that.
Right? We need some assistance over here. We need a boom truck. But hey, I'm going to flip this around. Chad's going to tell us all about this Ford Ranger, and then we'll wrap it up.
Awesome.
Stay with us.
So, really what I want to talk to you about is this awesome new truck, the 2019 Ford Ranger. Ford Ranger, as you know, we sold for decades in the U.S. We actually stopped selling it in 2011, and this marks the return after an 8-year absence, 2019. The Ranger will be offered in 3 configurations: a base model XL, a mid-series XLT, and a high-series Lariat. Pricing-wise, it'll start at about $24 for the base and go up into the low 40s fully equipped. Now what we're looking at here is a Lariat, which is the high series. This particular model is a Sport Appearance Pack. Now what the interesting thing about the Sport Appearance Pack is you've got a dark accent grille, which is the color magnetic, dark accent frame-mounted steel bumper, class exclusive steel bumpers, a similar color accent through the wheel lip moldings and the tire inserts. And that carries all the way down the vehicle, including on the fender vent and the sideboards and what have you. So it really makes for a really nice integrated package. This one happens to be the Sport package that I mentioned. We also, if your taste isn't this, we also have a chrome package, which has chrome bits in those. And we have a non-appearance package where you're going to see a lot more body color. So instead of the offsetting accent colors, you'll just see the blue on the bumper. So again, this is the Lariat model. This also happens to have a really cool off-road package, which we call the FX4 package. So the FX4 package, visually, the way it's differentiated is, if you can notice, is below the bumper is right here, is a steel, what we call bash plate. And so what that's going to do is it's going to allow anyone who's off-roading to be able to absorb a little bit more damage without tearing up vital engine components. And then throughout the whole underneath of the vehicle, you're going to see skid plate protection on covering the electronic steering, the radiator, transfer case, fuel tank, etc. So a lot of making it armored and ready for off-roading. And what we've heard from customers is that there's a strong interest to have a built Ford tough, capable, tough truck that can get me on my adventure. So a little bit more nimble for both parking, garageability, maneuvering around an urban environment, but also nimble on the trail. And so to have this level on the FX4 package of protection and capability, which I'll cover in a second. A couple things I wanted to mention in addition to the FX4 package. Comes with off-road tires, Hankook AT OWLs. It has a off-road tuned suspension in it. And then also there's 2 pieces of technology in the vehicle that really differentiate Ranger from the competition. And they're things that are only offered on the Ford F-150 Raptor today and now Ranger. One is called trail control. Trail control is much like an off-road cruise control. So you set a speed, and then you just steer, and it controls braking and throttle control, which is really, really helpful in some treacherous terrain off-road. And then also we have a train management system, which allows for adjusting vehicle dynamics, throttle tip-in points, stability control, other things that help the vehicle respond in various terrains. So sand, mud ruts, what else? Ice and snow modes. So there's different ways that you can configure this vehicle in the FX4 package to handle those truly rough terrain elements. wanted to talk to you a little bit about the powertrain while we're out front of the vehicle. So this will be equipped with it's one powertrain on the Ranger, but it's the powertrain. Come equipped with a 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine that will be paired with an automatic 10-speed transmission. No one in the segment has a turbocharged or a 10-speed transmission. So that's great, but what does it do? It's going to deliver very, very awesome numbers. So we're looking at a true and solution. We're going to have best-in-class fuel economy, period. 26 on the highway on a 4x2. 24 combined on a 4x2. That's best in the class for a gas engine. But not only is it going to be fuel efficient, it's also going to have capability. We're looking at 270 horsepower, 310 foot-pound of torque. That's best in class for a gas engine in the segment. It's going to have 7,500 pounds of towing. Again, best in class for a gas engine in the segment. And it'll have best in class payload at 1,860 pounds. So when you think about that for a minute, it's a very capable truck that is going to be extremely fuel efficient. So it's truly an and. It's a win-win. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the interior and some of the features in here. So this is a Lariat. I guess the first thing I should point out is it's got passive entry. So when you touch the door handle, you have your keys in your hand or your pocket or maybe a purse or a bag. It'll unlock the doors. It'll detect. It's also got push button start on the vehicle. Now this is a Lariat, so it's going to be equipped with most of the bells and whistles. It's going to have leather seating. It's going to have LED headlights and tail lamps. It's going to have a 8-inch screen on the center console. It's going to have a Bang & Olufsen audio system with 10 speakers, which include a sub. You can notice, actually, if you want to look at the speaker grill here, here's like the design of the speaker. It's going to have 2 USBs, 2 12 volts in the front. In the back, you're looking at an additional 2 USBs and a 110 port. And this thing will really be loaded with technology. I mean, we are talking about things like rain sensing wipers, windshield de-icers, and the like. Now that's all, a lot of that, what I'm talking about is the high series. But I wanted to point out that even on the base truck, this is loaded with technology. For example, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, which basically tells your vehicle, not only tells you that you should be stopping, but will actually stop on your behalf if it recognizes that you're not going to be. That's standard on every Ranger built. Wi-Fi, 4G, standard on every Ranger built. So that's part of our Ford Pass Connect system. Copilot 360, which is a suite of driver assist capability and features, will be optional on the base series XL and standard on our XLT and above. So our mid-series and high series, everyone will come standard with that. And what's included in that is not only some of the technology I mentioned, like the automatic emergency braking, but it's going to have blind spot indication system. And that's going to alert you in your mirror. There'll be a dot that'll pop on here in case it notices a vehicle in your blind spot, or on a class exclusive basis, the blind spot of your trailer. So at Ford, we're taking some of this technology, putting it in our midsize truck and making it really truck worthy. Providing coverage for a trailer is a great example of that for your blind spot. Also, our Copilot package is going to have lane keep systems, which will help detect if you're sliding out of your lane and send you warnings and actually offer you a corrective nudge back into your lane. Rear view cameras. We'll walk around and look at that. Another thing on here, by the way, just as we're walking by. Easy cap fuel, so no cap on the fuel tank. That's pretty standard on most Ford vehicles now. Tailgate wise, rear camera is going to be in here. This one, and then the blind spot system I was mentioning, the radars are housed in the side here. One thing I wanted to also kind of point out, cool things that we did. Like, I don't know if you can see that too well with your camera, but that's the word Ranger. I don't know if I'm getting oversaturating the color, but just simple stuff like that, that's kind of neat. So this one happens to have a tow package. So you've got your 4 and 7 pin ports, your tow hitch, which is integrated into the frame. which provides great departure angle and approach angles when you're going off-road, which is a big component, as we mentioned earlier. Truck bed. So this is part of our Ford Tough Bed spray-in bed liner. We also offer a drop-in bed liner that comes equipped with a 12-volt power outlet. So if you want to go tailgating and plug in your various devices, or just take something to inflate your tires or whatever it is. We've got 6 tow hooks in this. It actually looks like 2 of them may have come out for demo purposes on this vehicle, but typically it would be equipped with 6 tie-down tow hooks. This is an aluminum tailgate. You'll also see aluminum on the fenders and the hood. So some aluminum lightweighting materials, not in every component of the vehicle, but in some of the areas where we felt we needed it. It will have a fully boxed frame with 6 cross members. So the backbone of this truck is really, really solid. The 4x4 on this truck is so ridiculously capable off-road. And then when you add that FX4 package, it really makes for a very, very solid truck. A couple other things I wanted to mention. I wanted to show you just an interesting thing about underseat storage. So storage is a commodity, especially in a truck and in a truck that's smaller. So we did some things to try to help with that. One of the things we did is we put storage underneath the seat. So there's a little string I'm pulling on here, which releases a lever, allows me to pull up the seat, and then you can see underneath we've got storage bins that you can put some content in. These tire spare items come out and gives you a little more storage space. And then also the seat stays up after I pull it up, so I don't have to hold it up and fight with it, if you will. And then also in the back, you can drop the headrests. If you can press that one for me, I'll show you. Yeah, and then if that headrest were actually collapsed, this would fold down more. So, not fully flat, but allows for some storage capability in the back. So I think at the end of the day, we've really created a very capable, built Ford tough truck. We designed, engineered, and created this vehicle under the same standards and guidelines we do our big full-size F-Series trucks. In fact, this vehicle is tested right alongside the F-150 using the same testing regimen. So we know if we're going to bring this truck to market, it's got to live up to Built Ford Tough. Secondly, it's incredibly capable as an adventure vehicle. Both the FX4 package and the base 4x4 with that frame and those technology pieces make it extremely competent off-road. It's loaded with technology in terms of our co-pilot package and other feature comforts, both luxury, driver assist, and convenience features that make the vehicle very, very strong. And then it's got the powertrain to deliver the goods with those truly and solution of capability and fuel economy. So I'm super excited about the new Ranger coming to market. I think we've got a home run on our hands, and I hope your viewers and listeners feel the same way.
Hey, look at that. I found a way for us to both sit even. We're on the tailgate. So that's where pickup guys are at. So I got a couple questions for you. First of all, aluminum on the tailgate and the hood, but not the rest of the body?
Yeah, and the fenders as well.
Okay.
But yeah, so we use, each vehicle has its own level of specificity, whether or not we're going to put, how much lightweighting actions we're going to put on the vehicle. So we, in this vehicle, we were able to hit a lot of our metrics and our capabilities using some aluminum, but not all aluminum. So you'll notice, like for example, on some of our larger vehicles, we use more liberal applications of aluminum. We didn't need to do so much on Ranger. So there's a nice balance, if you will, and we look at that program by program.
Okay. I noticed there's no ladder, fancy step to get in the bed.
Yeah, we don't have that on this truck. This, it is a little bit more price sensitive consumer, so we wanted to offer what we think. It's also a little bit lower than F-150, but we don't have that in this iteration of the truck, and we won't have it on this series, on the Ranger.
I also noticed too, you said there was a steel front bumper.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting that truck owners happen to smash their bumpers time to time?
I'm just suggesting that we wanted to put the toughest, most capable features in the truck, and that is a clear winner for us. Nobody else in the segment does it. Nobody who sells the trucks globally do it, and nobody even in this market, but it's all plastic fascias on our competitors. So we were really proud of that. In fact, we put a distinct cut line so you can really see the bumper. It really kind of sticks out.
Well, very cool. Thanks for showing us the truck today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for more on Pickup Truck and SUV news, check us out on pickuptrucktalk.com, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's all Pickup Truck Talk. Thanks for watching. I'll
Thanks,
see
guys.
you down the road.